next guy, right underneath the next.
Well, the Sydney football ground, this round 21 clash between Sydney University and the Northern Tigers. The starting lineup for today, the away team first. Number 3, Elizabeth Anton. Number 4, Isabella Ketch. Number 5, Captain Amelia Feeney. Number 8, Saffron Grass. Number 10, Charlotte Mortlock. Number 12, Olivia Cartwright. Number 14, Beth Bernardi. Number 18, Greta Kuzula. Number 19, Tegan.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Sydney University for NPL Women's New South Wales action. And the DJ here at the venue has got the 90s rave atmosphere going. We've got a little bit of sandstorm to kick us off here as we wait for the players, well, the Northern Tigers players, to make their way onto the field. Sydney University already in their huddle. My name is Paletti. It's an absolute pleasure to have your company here this afternoon for round 21 NPL Women's New South Wales action here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. As a lot on the line here for both sides today. Sydney Uni coming to the weekend on 7th with 27 points, while the Northern Tigers come into the weekend in 5th place on 30 points. Both sides trying to chase down the Western Sydney Wanderers, who are in action today against Manly United.
Number 4, Captain Talia Sandbrook.
Which, if Manly win, they would go to 32 points, and then suddenly the gap tightens a lot closer to finals football for the two sides here today. A win is an absolute must with time running out in the season. I'll wait for the music to settle down a little bit before I give you the lineups, because I can barely hear myself think. All right, the lineups for the two sides this afternoon. For the home side, Sydney Uni in goals, number 31, Scarlett Gray. Number 4 and captain is Talia Sandbrook. Number 6, Juliette Harris. Number 8, Madison Van Dyke. Number 9, Poppy Tay. Number 10, Jenny Hill. Number 12, Sarah Farrow. Number 15, Maddie Caspers. Number 28, Isabella Rard. Number 30, Grace Treganza. Number 37, Scanna Barham. The starting lineup for Sydney University. For the Northern Tigers in goals, number 44, Annalie Grove. Number 3 is Liz Anton. Number 4 is Isabella Keats. Number 5, Amelia Feeney. Number 8, Saffron Grass. Number 10, Charlotte Mortlock. Number 12, Olivia Cartwright. Number 14, Beth Bernardi. Number 18, Greta Crisula. Number 19, Tegan Douglas. And number 32, Beth Gordon. The two sides are in the middle. Just waiting for the referee's whistle to get us underway. And there goes the whistle. We are off here at Sydney University, round 21 NPL Women's New South Wales action. Northern Tigers kicking us off. My name is Paletti. It's an absolute pleasure to have your company here this afternoon. Sydney Uni look to move the ball out to the far side. They are running from left to right in the first half on your screen in the blue and yellow checkered kit with blue shorts and yellow socks. The Northern Tigers running from right to left on the screen. There's another chance here for Sydney Uni through Sienna Barham. Cross into the middle. Maddie Caspers straight to Annalie Grove. Northern Tigers running from right to left on your screen. The white kit with green striping, black shorts and white socks. Both sides looking to go on the attack early. Here's Beth Gordon coming out here to Charlotte Mortlock, the under-20 New Zealand international Charlotte Mortlock. Has now been called up for the under-17s and the under-20s age group level for the nation across the ditch. She's into the box, cross into the middle. It's cleared away. Looking to chase it down is Greta Krasula. Wins possession back to Isabella Keach. She'll pass it away. It'll come back to Keach. Got the ball away to Mortlock in the bright green shoes there. Which helps her stand out a little bit. From all the way up here. That's going to be a referee took time to think about it. Free kick for the Tigers. And there by Cartwright. Isabella Keach standing over the ball. Got a few options. Goes into the box. It's headed up. Maddie Caspers will then head it down off to a teammate. The Sydney Uni try to hit the counter attack, and having to leave the ball there was Poppy Tay, who was in an offside position and couldn't make a play at the ball. Let's wait for Northern Tigers to take the throw in. Already had a couple of results this weekend in the NPL Women's New South Wales competition yesterday. And WS Spirit getting a 1-0 win over Hills United. Scarlet Grey will pick this ball up and then move it on. And NSW and IPL Leichhardt finished 1-1 as Sarah Farrow tries to play that forward and ball was cut out. Northern Tigers win it back. Beth Bernardi here trying to get the ball forward. Sarah Farrow able to help guide the ball out of play. UNSW and Apia ending 1-1. Sees both sides maintain the status quo inside the top four. Here's Poppy Tay into the middle. Cross is blocked away, cleared away now by Tigers. Mortlock not able to claim it. Go out for a throw-in. The Bulls FC Academy were in action earlier today. I haven't had a look at the score there yet, but regardless of the result there, they will end the weekend on top of the table because of that 1-1 draw yesterday. The ball will go out off Sydney Uni. I mentioned the Western Sydney Wanderers in action against Manly United as the throw comes in. Bernardi not able to control it. Ball moved forward by Caspers. Tigers throw. They'll get the ball back straight to Beth Gordon. She tries to move it forward for Beth Bernardi. Bernardi finds Keach before Sienna Barham moves it out here onto the near side for Poppy Tay. Looking for a cross into the middle. Has to try and get around Tegan Douglas. Crosses it into the middle. Moved away by Tigers. Bernardi puts it onto the feet of Beth Gordon. She's waiting for teammates. Shreds a pass. Looking for Liz Anton. They will win a throw. So Canberra United teammates linking up there. There's no word yet on whether either of them have re-signed with the club after the news of the Australian Sports Group securing the licence for the team in the nation's capital. Sydney Uni look to throw the ball in, but yes, as I said, the Wanderers and Manly in action right now, and if Manly win, they'll put themselves in a quality position to try to chase down the Wanderers inside the top four, and a win here today for either side. The Northern Tigers more so than Sydney Uni, purely because of the point differential. Would give them a good chance to chase down Western Sydney Wanderers, but 3 points, an absolute must. It's been a sort of a little bit of a cagey start to this game, a little bit of a free-flowing counter-attack, but neither side looking to give too much away in the early going, as Sydney Uni a couple of throw-ins in a row now to try to get it out of their end. Poppy Tay finds Sienna Barham. Northern Tigers jerseys getting back in numbers to shut down any options for the home side. Cross into the middle. Headed away by Keach. Brought down by Isabella Rard. Short pass backwards to Madison Van Dyke before it's moved out onto the far side. Beth Gordon is able to chase it down. She wins the ball back from the turnover she created. Not able to bring it into the box. Talia Sandbrook puts it out for a throw in. Good pressure there by Beth Gordon to win that throw. She looks for a way to get the ball. Wasn't able to do much there because the ball went in the opposite direction as Sydney Uni try to hit on the counter now. Maddie Caspers not able to get there before Annalie Grove who came out of her box and had to contend with her former teammate there, Amelia Feeney, as well, wearing the captain's armband today for the Northern Tigers, jersey number 5. Made the move to the Tigers this season. Has already impressed coach Finn Garrity enough to don the armband. Garrity in his first season as coach, as the head coach of the first grade NPL women's side. He could secure his 10th win of the league campaign today as a head coach. Did have a deep run in the Sapphire Cup, but weren't able to get past, I want to say it was the semi-final stage off the top of my head. And ultimately falling short in that competition. Here's Beth Gordon, looking for a way into the middle. Cross comes in, be claimed by Scarlett Gray. Mortlock waiting in the vicinity, trying to get on the end of it, but wasn't able to get near it as Maddie Caspers receives a pass from Sarah Farrow. She tried to put it into the middle for Poppy Tay. Grove is up to the task and moves it out to Liz Anton. Ball's back with Anton now. Bernardi, short past the cut right to Saffron Grass. Through ball back for Bernardi. Got a couple of options in the middle. Goes along the ground, cleared away. Out for a throw in by Uni. Ball never looked like it was going to reach the middle of the 18-yard box off the boot of Bernardi, but clearance has forced a throw in. Throw comes in. Anton throws it in. Ball headed up in the air. Gordon trying to bring it down. Shot comes in from Greta Krasula. Scarlet Grey played that one with ease. It went almost basically straight to her in the end. Here's Maddie Caspers trying to find a way around Saffron Grass. Has to go backwards. Beth Gordon trying to get a touch there as the pass goes backwards. Playing as the 9. Here's Beth Gordon. A further testament to her skill set, that she can play almost anywhere from midfield on up on the pitch as she gets the ball into Charlotte Mortlock. Ball hits the referee. We'll have a drop ball. Northern Tigers were in possession, so they will be the recipients of the drop ball. Krasula passes the grass to Feeney. Back into Saffron Grass. Tegan Douglas. Comes out here to Isabella Keach. Short pass from Keach. Douglas receiving the pass from Krasula. Will send it back. Mortlock trying to flick it on. Sarah Farrow had other ideas, and here's Maddie Caspers. Poppy Tate has stayed on side, but doesn't have the legs to chase that down before Annalie Grove picked it up. Here's Barham. Farrow. Ball won back by Tigers from Beth Gordon, or by Beth Gordon, I should say. Ball going crossfield. Liz Anton chasing it down off the pass from Gordon. He's looking for a way into the middle, back into the middle. Beth Bernardi not able to get there ahead of a diving Scarlet Grey. Both sides showing their attacking prowess in stages here. And another opportunity here for the home side. Cross coming into the middle, cut out by Feeney. Short pass away, turned over. Ball almost won back by Bernardi. Madison Van Dyke able to move it on to Maddie Caspers. Isabella Rard looking for Sarah Farrow, finds her. Farrow has to go backwards. Sandbrook into the middle. It's been left by Caspers. Shot comes in. Goal for Sydney Uni. And the home side have the opener here. It was a very well worked play by the home side. Worked that well. Maddie Caspers knew she was offside and so left the ball for Sydney Uni to make that magic happen. Annalie Grove getting a touch to it, wasn't able to do a whole lot, unfortunately. Back underway, Sydney Uni with the 1-0 lead here in the early going. So into the 15th minute of play. Saffron Grass trying to hit right back. but wasn't able to get the ball on target. I believe it was Jenny Hill who scored that goal. So, good goal there for Sydney Uni, well worked, and then the Northern Tigers want to get 3 points and contend for that top 4 spot and a shot at finals. They're going to have to do so from behind this afternoon, as it's 1-0 to the home side. 16 minutes gone, and Maddie Caspers will keep that in play. Looking for a cross into the middle for Poppy Tay. Caspers goes direct. Natalie Grove well up to the task there. Ball almost won back by Madison Van Dyke for the Northern Tigers re-secure possession. Tigers coming away with it down the far side. Short pass in is going to result in a throw in, with Cartwright not able to take clean possession on the pass, but still an attacking opportunity here for the home side. Beth Gordon being dispossessed there by Maddie Caspers. Caspers wins the throw. Beth Gordon with a nice flick on there, but a little bit too much power on it and wasn't able to chase it down to Sydney Uni. Looking to move this one out. Sandbrook passes it to Farrow, back into the middle. Here's Isabella Rard. Sandbrook. Sends a pass to a teammate. I couldn't work out who that is there at centre back. Numbers a little bit faded on that jersey there. Looks like it might be Juliet Harris on the ball now. Here's Jenny Hill. Pass to Grace Treganza. Roll forward, Maddie Caspers trying to chase it down. Natalie Grove sweeping that ball out for a throw in. Cage sends it long, only as far as her opposite number 4, Talia Sandbrook. Madison Van Dyke dispossessed by her opposite number 8 in Saffron Grass. Pass out here. Mortlock giving up on the chase relatively early on there. Farrow throws it in. Ball bounces over the head of Poppy Tay and Tegan Douglas. Feeney sends that ball as far forward as she can. Harris is able to get that to Jenny Hill. Short pass to Rose Treganza. Dispossessed. Caspers. Short pass back to Hill. Uni get the ball back. Turned right over to Amelia Feeney there. Grove passes to Douglas before she'll pass it back to Grove. Cartwright not able to take possession of the ball. Madison Van Dyke goes to Jenny Hill. Short pass back to Juliet Harris. Harris finds Isabella Rard, who's dispossessed by Charlotte Mortlock. Beth Gordon on the ball, goes to Beth Bernardi. Olivia Cartwright. It's a good ball in behind. Northern Tigers looking for a way into the middle. Headed away by Farrow. Straight onto the feet of Beth Gordon, who's equalised. Took it on the half volley, did Beth Gordon. And that is her fourth goal of the league campaign for Beth Gordon. And we are level here in the 22nd minute. Actually, no, my apologies. She took it on the volley first time. Didn't even wait for it to bounce. Off the headed clearance from Sarah Farrow. And the Northern Tigers finding the equaliser. Sydney Uni 1, Northern Tigers 1. Throw comes in. Free kick for Sydney Uni. Northern Tigers going to throw in. Got a player down here in back play for the home side. Referee's come over to have a look. Trainer's not been waved on yet. It is Jenny Hill, who looks like she's going to be held back to her feet by her teammates, although she has gone back onto the ground. Looks like she's just trying to stretch out a little bit of a niggle there. Back to her feet now. So we will come back for this Northern Tigers throw in now that Jenny Hill's back to her feet and jogging back into position. As the throw comes in. Feeney tries to move the ball forward. It's going to be another throw for Sydney Uni. Ball put up into the air by Talia Sandbrook as a cross. Looking for Charlotte Mortlock, was cut out by the Sydney Uni captain. She'll clear it away for a throw in. Throw comes in for Saffron Grass. Oh, into the middle. Gordon has to go backwards with it. And Maddie Caspers comes away with it. Caspers has got Tay running forward. Oh, actually, Caspers, no, she is able to find a teammate there. Ball comes out here to Sarah Farrow. Farrow tries to play that down the line there for Sienna Barham. Ball's just going to beat her out of play. And it will be a Northern Tigers goal kick. Goal kick's just been held up for a moment. Maddie Casper's getting checked out by a teammate. Trainer being waved on. Doesn't appear to be anyone coming from the Sydney Uni bench to come have a look at Casper's. Trainer has been waved on. We're going to... Maddie Casper's coming off. Xavier Taylor's now having words with the assistant referee here on the near side. Caspers has left the field for a moment. Doesn't appear to be any blood on the face of Caspers. Keep an eye on that situation as the Northern Tigers try to get the ball out here to Mortlock. Gray will just gently see that one run out behind for a goal kick. Casper's waved back onto the field now. It was a bit of a bizarre situation. Not too sure what went on there. All headed forward by Feeney. Gordon, short pass into Bernardi. Mortlock not able to get on the end of it. Bernardi trying to win the ball back. Isn't able to do so. Now Sydney Uni look to go back the other way here through Jenny Hill. Caspers. Goes to Rod. Back to Caspers. Goes to Hill. Back to Caspers. Rod. Cross into the middle. Ball cut out. Bernardi. Short pass away to Mortlock. Krishula goes back to Mortlock. Ball cut out. Hill flicks the ball on for Sienna Barham. Caspers into the 18-yard box. Tries to go to the far post. That will be out for a goal kick. Play back underway. Here's Beth Gordon. Short pass in for Beth Bernardi, who has to hold it up. Comes out here for Charlotte Mortlock. She's going to be chased down by Sarah Farrow. Might have to go backwards. Farrow expertly winning the ball back there. Here's Sienna Barham. Here's Grace Jo Treganza. Ball for Poppy Tay, cut out by Amelia Feeney. Here's Gordon. Ball bobbling on the Sydney Uni turf here. Maddie Casper's advantage being played. Barham. Poppy Tay wasn't sure where that ball was. And now Isabella Keach turns it over to Isabella Rard. Caspers receives the pass back from Barham. He has to go all the way back to Talia Sandbrook. Ball out onto the far side for Jenny Hill. Goes backwards to Juliet Harris. And Sandbrook goes long looking for Poppy Tay, who's now got the jump on Amelia Feeney. It's Poppy Tay. Caspers in the middle. Isn't able to get there before Tegan Douglas, who clears it out for a throw-in. And Sydney Uni almost getting a shot away there. And immediately hitting the deck is... Can't actually see who that is there. It might be Amelia Feeney as the ball was crossed into the middle. Falcon straight to the head. Just shakes it off for a second before getting back to her feet. It was indeed Feeney, Northern Tigers centre back and captain, as the throw comes in. Uni through Madison Van Dyke. Looking for a way forward. Jenny Hill keeps possession. Into the box for Casper's, ball left off. Shot, and it is a Northern Tigers goal. Poppy Tay gets the second goal for Sydney Uni. That is her 8th league goal of the season. In the 32nd minute, Maddie Caspers almost deflecting the ball straight into the path of Poppy Tay, who didn't hesitate taking the shot. We've got a goal fest on our hands after 32 minutes. It's Sydney. There's Amelia Feeney. Goes all the way back to Grove. We'll pass it back to Feeney. Harris chasing this one down. One back by Tigers. Going to get it into the box for Charlotte Mortlock, who's now on the edge of the 18. Ball through. Takes the shot over the crossbar. Did Olivia Cartwright needed to keep that ball down. Did Cartwright. Wasn't able to do so. Would have had a clean shot there. Had a second equalising goal for the visitors. We've now fallen behind twice here this afternoon. We'll be hoping that they can, at the very least, level it once again, if not outright take the lead. So the situation remains as it did in the 15th minute, where they'll have to find 2 goals to win once again from this position. Free kick here for the Tigers. Well, certainly less time on the clock than they had in the 15th minute to try and find those 2 goals to take the lead for the first time this afternoon, if they're able to do so. Sydney Uni coach Taylor taking some notes in his notebook. The ball comes into the middle, headed towards goal by Beth Bernardi, and Scarlett Gray having to dive to keep that one out. Here's Sarah Farrow. Saffron Grass finds Beth Bernardi. Grass goes to Mortlock. Bernardi not able to get the ball. Poppy Tay finds Cho Treganza. Finds Jenny Hill. And Annalie Grove will claim that ball. As the waft of food permeates the grandstand here at Sydney University. Making me quite hungry, I will say. Madison Van Dyke. There's backwards to Talia Sandbrook. Sarah Farrow playing that ball forward, and we'll go over a Northern Tigers throw. She was a little bit confused that none of her teammates were there waiting for it. turned back over to Maddie Caspers. Isabella Keach keeping it away from the 18-yard box. Keach wins the ball back. Short pass to Mortlock. Beth Bernardi goes long to Beth Gordon. Gordon going crossfield here for Anton. Jenny Hill has the inside lane to try and shut down the cross. Liz Anton decides to go around a cross back into the middle. Cleared away by Farrow. Only as far as Bernardi. Shot blocked. Mortlock trying to run back onto it. Mortlock doesn't get the ball. Advantage being played. Caspers finds Tay, who has to try and find a way around Tegan Douglas. Ball cleared out for a corner. It'll be the first corner of the afternoon. It will be Sienna Barham making her way across to take the corner. Here in the 37th minute. She does have to go chase that ball down. Sienna Barham just being told to adjust the ball by the assistant referee and adjusting it a third time, and it's been given the all clear now. Barham whips the ball in, headed away by a diving Liv Cartwright. Beth Bernardi clears it to the halfway line before it's picked up by a Sydney Uni player. Ball comes out here to Rard. Tegan Douglas going backwards there to Isabella Keach. Will go across the face of goal to Amelia Feeney. Finds a teammate who is able to keep it in play. And there's Beth Gordon. No, it's not Beth Gordon. It is Liz Anton there on the far side. Good acrobatics work there by Liz Anton. Now it's with Beth Gordon. Into the middle for Beth Bernardi. Cleared away for a throw into the Sydney Uni bench. Xavier Taylor not quite able to repeat the same skills of feet that Liz Anton did just a few moments ago. Ball thrown in for Bernardi. Mortlock goes to Anton. An ambitious shot there from Liz Anton will result in a goal kick. Sydney Uni in absolutely no rush here to get this back underway. I think they'll be happy to take a 2-1 lead into the break and not try to see too much of a difference to this scoreline as they head into the break. We'll get a throw in here, so maybe there will be a chance for Uni to add to their tally so far. Should give the Northern Tigers all the more work to do. Flag has gone up from the official there on the far side. Foul throw, perhaps. Ball certainly didn't go out of play, so that's the only thing I can think of. It certainly looked suspicious coming in at first glance, and the match officials have agreed with that assessment as Beth Gordon's pass forward is cut out. Alison Van Dyke threads it forward. Flag goes up against Sienna Barham. As Annalie Grove will get us back underway here from the offside. Sarah Farrow clearing that ball out for a throw in. It didn't go forward. It was curling out, but I don't think she'll have any complaints whatsoever, or her teammates. Getting that ball out of immediate danger, but they're right back to defending as the throw comes in for the Tigers, and ball will go back to Feeney, almost on the halfway line. Here's Beth Gordon once again, looking to find the ball into the middle. It will be a goal kick. Harris across the face of goal to Talia Sandbrook. Ball comes to Sarah Farrow, who recovers it well, but it'll go straight to Beth Bernardi. And she took the shot herself. Scarlett Gray picking it up, isn't able to get a whole lot on the ensuing ball forward. Addison Van Dyke is though. There's no teammates in the vicinity, and Feeney puts it out for a throw in as teammate, as one of the Sydney Uni players was coming across to put a little bit of pressure there on Feeney. Come all the way back to Gray. There's Anton, not able to find a teammate, but the Tigers do keep possession of the ball momentarily before Maddie Caspers finds Poppy Tay. Back to Caspers, who has to try and get around Greta Krashula, does so. Ball cut out by Tegan Douglas. Saffron Grass, almost dispossessed by Caspers, will be dispossessed by Caspers. Isabella Rard, dispossessed. Farrow, Keach. Ball comes to Charlotte Mortlock. Back into the middle for Olivia Cartwright, who comes all the way back to Isabella Keach. Tegan Douglas. Goes to Annalie Grove. She goes to Amelia Feeney. Northern Tigers throw in. Finn Garrity delivering some instructions for his team there. Here's Cartwright. Ball for Charlotte Mortlock. We'll find Mortlock. She has to be careful of Farrow. Back in for Greta Krashula. Comes back out for Mortlock. He's looking for a way around Farrow. Ball into the middle. Takes a deflection off Sarah Farrow. Up into the air from Sandbrook. Headed away by Isabella Keach and then by Poppy Tay. Saffron Grass puts it back in towards the 18-yard box. Bernardi passing it to Mortlock. Here's Bernardi. Anton finds Cartwright. Gordon takes the shot. Claimed by Scarlett Gray. Gordon scoring from a very similar position earlier, although didn't have to make it all happen herself, as she did receive the ball on the volley. Play it down here in Sienna Barham. Olivia Taylor not happy. certainly looked like two players contesting for the ball. Unfortunately, Barham's come off a little bit worse for wear. Back to her feet now. Throw comes in. We're into stoppage time. One minute of stoppage time has elapsed. Ball will go out. Referee glances at the watch. Play still continuing for now as a throw comes in from the Northern Tigers. Perhaps one last chance to equalise here before the break. Beth Bernardi doesn't take the shot. Ball comes out here to Charlotte Mortlock. Mortlock takes a shot. It's blocked immediately. She gets a second opportunity. Will be a goal kick. I've had a couple of stoppages, so I might still see a little bit more time here. Referee takes another glance at the watch. Through 2 minutes now. And the minimum of 2 is all we get here in the first half. So, half time, it is Sydney Uni 2, Northern Tigers 1. Jenny Hill opening the scoring in the 15th minute of play before Beth Gordon equalising in the 22nd minute of play. And then Poppy Tay in the 32nd minute, giving the home side a 2-1 lead heading into the interval. We'll be back in about 14 minutes time for live play here from the second half. But as we head to the break, enjoy the stats from the first half as well as highlights from last week's NPL women's games.
That's half time here at Sydney Uni Football Ground. University 2, thanks to goals from Jenny Hill and Poppy Tay. And the one reply from Tigers.
Her pass is intercepted. Cartwright has Wilson arriving. Ball through to Cartwright. And Liv Cartwright makes no mistake from that sort of range. Completely unmarked. Had a free run. But the pressure of Crisula proves too much. The pass forward for Gordon. She was onside. Beth Gordon slots it into the top right corner. No substitutes yet to make an impact. Mortlock, the flag stayed down. She's been sent wide, but she goes for goal now, and Mortlock gives the Tigers a third. The Rangers, she has Alfaraja bursting into space. That's where the pass goes. Rakaya Alfaraja from close range. An excellent save from Riddell, who pops back up. And
now Jenny Hill, well intercepted by Sarkis. Lays it off nicely. Here's a chance, a shot on goal. Finds the back of the net. Taya Michinski. Convert, put it over the bar. Arthur keeping their 1-0 lead. Santos beats 2. Has a play inside in the form of Amendolia. That's an exquisite ball. Hits the keeper off the crossbar. It'll sit up for Casa. And she does make it 2. Excuse me. Now the ball into the box for University. And there's the goal they've been looking for, Ella McCann. Now Murray once again. Taking on Luong. Swings it into the box and it's been put home. The error comes from Sophia Fonte.
Picked up by Tiana Robertson, who sent it straight to Chloe Middleton. Over Tiana Robertson's head. And Chloe Middleton opens the scoring here in the... So Abdul Masi whips it in. It's gone off the post. Ball being scrambled for on the line. Who wants to come away with it? It's gone in. And Spirit have equalised. Kiara Shea.
Flicked the ball back inside beautifully. Couldn't make anything of it. Now the back pass, it's a little bit short. And the ball is there and it's driven in. Oh, mistake at the back. And Chloe Smith has pounced. The back pass was played for Eliza Coleman. He's made it 1-0. And now Morgan Roberts in behind. Are we going to have a goal fest here, Roberts? Oh, we are! 1 goal apiece. Moreno on the edge of the box. Shapes for shot. Turns it onto her left foot. Lexi Moreno off the bar. It's still there though. Milan Hammond with the goal. Well, less than a minute gone in this second. The ball away to Allen. Allen inside for Camus. Camus takes a touch. Drives it in for Roberts. 2-2.
We were kicking off here. Phillips out swinging corner. First header Barwick-Gray. And Liz Barwick-Gray rises highest to put Bulls 1-0 up. Dos Santos winning possession. Phillips trying to cash in. It's going to slide down towards the goal line and find its way over. Bulls back. Naimi arriving. Naimi with a strike. Daniela Naimi produces something special. Talia Yunus is going to advance the ball here to Ngsard. Ngsard keeps her feet, steadies, and it's saved. The follow-up from Yunus. Advancing. Alvina Kashaba, a low drive. Yunus leaves it for Ngsard. It's 3-2. And the Western to Bennett. Bennett with the early ball. Barwick-Gray's missed the clearance. Yunus! The Wanderers have come back from 3-0 down to level. Luchtmeyer trying to capitalise. Sends it out to the right. Vanderland advancing. Olivia Vanderland with a low drive. And it's in from Phillips. Bulls have retaken the lead. John just missed the ball. Luchtmeyer on the spin. Puts it into the post. And that could have been game over for Bulls. The width of the post foils them. Vanderland's cross. Push on! And that should do it.
Of course, Western Sydney Wanderers currently taking on Bulls FC Academy, and it's Bulls FC Academy. Oh no! Manly United will get the open. So Dale strikes it. That is beautiful by Sienna Dale. Strike now. Oh, wow! That's one way to come back.
Now the pressure, and this could be a chance for Opia. Big chance here, and a goal. I think that's Talia Capetanellis. So Olympic on the attack, crossed in and parried away. Now Nathan, big chance. Will it sit for Ruby Nathan? Wants it on the right foot. It's blocked, and still a chance, and it's gone in. And Olympic have taken the lead.
Every week, hundreds of thousands of people turn up around football grounds around New South Wales. Parents, kids, refs, coaches and volunteers. Cardiac incidents can happen to anyone at any time on the pitch.
Right now, not every club has a defibrillator.
And the ones that do are not always maintained or ready to use. In a critical moment, with a defib, that could save lives. That's why Football New South Wales, St John Ambulance and Toyota have come together for Every Beat Matters to help clubs around New South Wales to access defibrillators, cover maintenance and build a register so we know exactly where every unit is around the state. All you need to do is buy a ticket through Raffletix. $5 can make a difference. Every ticket goes towards funding defibrillators and maintenance for clubs that need it most. A live fundraising board shows exactly how much is being raised. And every ticket you buy puts you in the draw to win a Toyota Corolla. One ticket, real impact. Help your club be ready
when it matters. So buy your ticket today.
this Women's Premier League first grade clash between Sydney University.
Back here to the second half of round 21, NPL Women's New South Wales action. The referee has blown the whistle. We are back underway here at Sydney University. The two sides have swapped ends. So it is the Northern Tigers running from left to right on your screen here in the second half. In the white jerseys with green striping, black shorts and white socks. Sydney University running from right to left on your screen in the blue and yellow checkered shirts, blue shorts and yellow socks. As Annalie Grove on the ball. Ball moved forward by the visitors. Liv Cartwright finds Bernardi. Liz Anton trying to play the ball through for Cartwright. Cut out by Jenny Hill. My name is Paletti. It's an absolute pleasure to have your company back here for the second 45. Goals in the first half for Poppy Tay and Jenny Hill. And Beth Gordon give us our 2-1 scoreline. First two for the visitors, for the home side, the latter. Beth Gordon for the visitors. Liz Anton being told to take a few steps back for the throw. So she'll have to retake it. It does not appear at first glance as though there are any changes for the Northern Tigers at the halftime interval. Harris will see that ball go out for a corner. Will be the first corner of the afternoon for the visitors. And we'll give Beth Gordon a chance to work some more of her magic. Doesn't appear as though there were any substitutes for the home side either, but I'll confirm that in a minute. There's a corner's whipped in, headed away. Is Beth Gordon sending it backwards. Ball up in the air by Isabella Keach. Headed back to Feeney, who will go all the way back to Keach. Here's Greta Krasula. Ball finds Cartwright. Cleared away by Talia Sandbrook. Feeney goes to Mortlock, who puts it into the box. Flag goes up for offside against the Northern Tigers. No changes at half-time for the home side either. So we are as we started, but should either coach want to go to their bench? Hold that thought for a moment. As that attack snuffed out there by the Northern Tigers. On the bench for the home side, number 2, Charlotte Owen, number 21, Chelsea Romack, number 23, Letitia Zak, number 33, Claudia Pickett, number 35, Georgia Lim, number 36, Amelia Pine, and number 50, Charlene Ferreira Liao. For the visitors, number 99, reserve goalkeeper is Olivia Riddell. Number 6, Shadeen Evans. Number 7, Bo Burton. Number 15, Rosie Ewan. Number 17, Chloe Willandau. Number 24, Emily Visser. And number 34, Olivia Meacock. As Cartwright tries a shot from distance, which didn't trouble Scarlett Gray in the slightest. Jenny Hill. Sienna Barron. All kept in by the Tigers. Nardi receives the pass there from Liz Anton. Cartwright has to try and get around Harris, who pushed that one out for a throw-in. Anton throws the ball in. Flicked up by Beth Gordon. Her cross immediately blocked out by Harris. Second corner for the Northern Tigers. As Gordon goes to collect the ball that she put into the middle, or attempted to put into the middle. Corner whipped in, low, curling away from goal. Mortlock tries to put it forward. Cut out by Sydney Uni here through Jenny Hill, who's advanced the ball quite far down the pitch. Pass to Caspers. Hill, back for Caspers, who's into space. Maddie Caspers crossing it towards the far post. Ball headed forward. Sarah Farrow, flag goes up for offside against Sydney Uni, and Caspers having quite the game so far. Had a direct assist on the Poppy Tay goal and an indirect assist on the Jenny Hill goal by leaving the ball to go through to Jenny Hill, who was able to put it home. Let's see if Caspers had have touched the ball in that situation, it would have been offside. So some footballing IQ on display there from the Sydney FC player Maddie Caspers. Caspers on the ball again, ghosting her way through the midfield. The pass is blocked. Cartwright. Holly Grove receives the pass. Here's Amelia Feeney. Sends Sienna Barham through the spin cycle before passing it back to Grove, who moves it on to the far side of the field. Here's Mortlock, finds Cartwright. Through ball looking for Bernardi. Harris will clear that one out. Throw comes in. Cross looking for Liz Anton at the far post. Scarlett Gray gets there first. We do have a little bit of an update for you as well. Maddie Caspers did have to take a little bit of a leave of absence from the field in the first half. It was something being stuck in her eye, so she had to go get that washed out. Like a piece of dirt or bug or something like that is what I was told. So yeah, she had to go get her eye cleaned out, which is why she had to leave the field. It was Yeah, so that was the reason. That's what I've been told. Saffron grass finds Beth Bernardi, comes back to grass. No, it doesn't come back to grass. Someone else has run onto the ball there in a Tigers jersey. Feeney comes out here to Liz Anton on the near side. Has to try and get around Jenny Hill. Short pass. Beth Gordon, through ball. Cartwright tried to run onto it. Got a touch, but wasn't able to chase the second opportunity down. Gray moves the ball to Talia Sandbrook. Keach got the ball to Saffron Grass, who goes back to Tegan Douglas. Ball comes here for Feeney. Ball headed away. Caspers. To Grace Chotraganza. No, sorry, that is Isabella Rad. My apologies. Chotraganza is in a slightly different area of the pitch. My apologies. He put a little bit of pressure there, did Chotraganza. So it's allowed Sydney Uni to win the ball back there. Ball played for Jenny Hill. Liz Anton trying to track back. Will get there first. Feeney wins her side a goal kick. A nice bit of play there to play it out off of Jenny Hill. Krishula has to go backwards to Grove under pressure. Keach has to try and chase this one down. Does so successfully to keep the ball in play. Back to Grove. Sienna Barham stalking the area. Tegan Douglas goes out to Keach. I'll send it long. Gordon chests it down. Allowing Cartwright to play the ball through to Beth Bernardi. Bernardi back in for Liv Cartwright. Moves to Saffron Grass. Gordon tried to flick it on there for Liz Anton. Cleared away. Greta Krishula winning the ball back. Poppy Tay getting a touch to it. Cartwright sending it back to Keach. Ball will go out for a Uni throw. Free kick here for Sydney Uni. Free kick taken long. Greta Krishula receiving it from Tegan Douglas there. As the Northern Tigers cut out the free kick. Cartwright looking to move it on, is able to do so. Ball comes in here for Saffron Grass. It's got Liz Anton trying to find a way to get the ball out to her. Anton has to run backwards to get onto the ball. Anton puts it onto the left before crossing into the middle. It's flicked on. Bernardi brings it down. Isn't able to get the shot away. Gordon tries again over the crossbar. She looked a little bit frustrated there. The fact that she couldn't get the shot right. Maddie Caspers has gone into the box at the other end before the ball's cut out and cleared away for a throw-in. comes in from Jenny Hill. Caspers. Back to Hill. Back to Caspers. Cleared away now. Harris. Go to Stella Gray. Back to Harris. Hill. Chotraganza. Goes back to Harris. Liv Cartwright trying to close in. Gray puts it up into the air. It will be a Northern Tigers throw. Long throw. We head it back out, and Liz Anton will move about 15 metres or so down the pitch to take this one. Throw goes into space. Harris trying to see that one out and will successfully see it out. Liz Anton trying to claim a corner kick there. Assistant referee didn't want to hear any of it. As the home side, Madison Van Dyke putting the ball forward. Grove has to get there to send it out for a throw in. And Uni not quite able to get the throw away as quickly as they would have liked, which allows Northern Tigers players plenty of time to get back. Beth Bernardi passing it away here to Beth Gordon, who leaves it off for Liz Anton. All forward into space. Farrow gets a touch to it before Talia Sandbrook brings it down away from Charlotte Mortlock. Ball moved forward for Sienna Barham, who's gotten the last touch on that one. It will be a Tigers throw. Barham just playing with the ball a little bit there. Wasn't happy with the referee's decision and opting to... I think the technical term for that is silly buggers. At least I think that's what the technical term is anyway. As the throw comes in. Tegan Douglas being forced backwards. Sienna Barham here was trying to cut off the passing lane. Douglas going back far enough to be able to get it away to Grove, who's turned the ball over. Cage trying to tackle Poppy Tay. Ball's in the box. Cleared away now by the Tigers, and the ball will just roll gently forward as it entered the Sydney Uni half. Hill. Beth Gordon putting that ball out for a throw in to stop the attack from Jenny Hill. Immediately tries to find Maddie Caspers. Liz Anton getting in the way. Jenny Hill now going back to Talia Sandbrook, who immediately moves it on to Juliet Harris. Ball up in the air off the shoulder of Poppy Tay. Cleared away by Amelia Feeney. Beth Bernardi has found Charlotte Mortlock. Ball held up as it got to Mortlock, so she had to bring it backwards. Passing it out to Anton. Good tackle there to win the ball back by Jenny Hill. Liz Anton giving away the foul. And Liz Anton quickly vacating the scene of the crime, perhaps to try and avoid being shown a slice of cheese by our match official here this afternoon. Here's Caspers, Hill. Ball goes forward for Barham. Tigers throw. Ball up in the air. Bernardi is able to get on the end of it. Julian Harris finds Sarah Farrow. Farrow moves it forward for Tay. Can she get there? No, she can't. It will go out for a goal kick. Here's Cartwright, trying to play the ball forward, blocked by Sarah Farrow. For throw in there, just inside the attacking half for the visitors here, the Northern Tigers. We're trailing by 2-1. Might have a chance to equalise here. The shot is blocked. Beth Gordon! She's got a double, heads it home over the head of Scarlett Gray, and the Northern Tigers have indeed equalised here in the 65th minute. It is Sydney Uni 2, Northern Tigers 2, and for the second time this evening, the Northern Tigers have equalised through Beth Gordon. And just need one goal now, either side, to win this game, as they try to chase down the Western Sydney Wanderers, who came into the weekend on fourth. They will end the weekend in fourth, but could potentially see the gap closed. At the halftime break, they were locked in 0-0 with Manly United. A win here today would see the Northern Tigers go to 33 points, just 4, or potentially as little as 4 points behind the Western Sydney Wanderers. And would see them keep 5th position on the ladder. Manly United would have claimed the 3 points over there. They would move into 5th position if the Northern Tigers were to stay here with a draw. As the Tigers trying to move the ball forward here through Feeney, passing it to Anton. Ball will go out off Grace Cho-Treganza. As the Northern Tigers players warming up there behind, or off to our right, behind the byline there. As Anton throws it in, Beth Gordon goes back to Anton. Ball cleared away. Here's Tegan Douglas. Goes to Saffron Grass. Comes out to Anton here on the near side. She'll play it for Beth Bernardi, who's looking to cross it into the middle. The cross immediately cut out. Juliet Harris doing enough to win her side of throw there. And she'll leave it off for Jenny Hill after a couple of fakes at taking the throw. Throw comes in. Gordon finds Charlotte Mortlock. Back through for Gordon. She's in the box, is being forced wide. Comes out here for Bernardi. Cross in, looking for Charlotte Mortlock. Headed away. Saffron Grass gets a shot away. Blocked by Talia Sandbrook, who immediately hit the deck. Northern Tigers still on the attack here. Ball goes back in towards the middle. And we'll go out for a goal kick. Talia Sandbrook suddenly putting her body on the line there. Much like Amelia Feeney in the first half, in a very similar area of the pitch. Both players getting falconed, and the referee just coming over to have a bit of a check on Sandbrook, make sure she's okay before play gets back underway here. Which is now going to result in a Sydney Uni throw. Sydney Uni will move 15 metres down the pitch or so. Take that throw in, and they do keep possession of the ball here, although Saffron Grass doing her best to win it away from Maddie Caspers. Feeney gets the ball forward. Beth Gordon, she's been everywhere this evening on this field. Here's Julian Harris. Has to avoid Beth Gordon, going back to Talia Sandbrook. She'll pass it across to Sarah Farrow, who moves the ball forward for Isabella Rard. Rard sends it forward. Poppy Tay. Flag goes up for offside. Jenny Hill wins the ball. She'll have it taken away by Beth Bernardi. Juliet Harris will send the ball back to Scarlett Gray inside the Sydney Uni defensive 18-yard box. Ball just allowed to roll through the middle of the park. Tegan Douglas finds Beth Bernardi. She'll go out onto the far side looking for Charlotte Mortlock, who will keep it in. Barely, but she'll keep it in. Before she has the ball taken away from her. Short pass brought down by Keach, who'll win the ball back and atone for that mistake. Taking the ball away from Poppy Tay. Ball into Beth Bernardi. Cartwright looking for a way forward. Dispossessed by the home side before Northern Tigers win it back. Here's Tegan Douglas. He'll pass it to teammate before receiving the ball back. Feeney sending it long, looking for Anton. Chotraganza getting in the way there. Ball will eventually find its way to Anton, into the middle. Cartwright has to try and turn on a dime. Not easy on this pitch. Bernardi. Only finds Jenny Hill. Free kick given away by the Northern Tigers. Maddie Caspers takes it short to Jenny Hill. Those two have had quite the connection this evening. Ball will go out for a Tigers throw. No, it's going to be a uni throw. Inside 18 minutes plus stoppages to play here. Neither side has gone to the bench yet. Scores locked at 2. Well, looks like Sydney Uni might be about to blink first and go to the bench. Charlotte Owen standing there receiving instructions from Sydney Uni coach Xavier Taylor. Here's Cartwright. Cross the face of goal. Finds Charlotte Mortlock. It's Beth Gordon. She takes the shot straight into the arms of Charlotte Gray. Olivia Cartwright making that play happen with an old school rugby league charge down there. Ball not able to find its way over the line in the end, and yes, it is indeed Charlotte Owen. Be making her way onto the field shortly as the home side make the first substitution of the evening in the 74th minute. Sarah Farrow appealing for a foul. The referee is disinterested. Throw in for Sydney Uni, and we're going to have that substitution now. So Charlotte Owen coming on here in the 75th minute of play. Who is leaving the field? It is...
Substitution for University.
It is Poppy Tay who is leaving the field.
Leaving the field, number 9, Poppy Tay.
So she won't have a chance to add... She won't have a chance to add to her goal in the 32nd minute. But could very well have secured Sydney Uni a point here this evening. And her teammates will have to go on with the job without her. Pass back goes to Scarlett Gray, who sends it forward, headed forward in midfield by the Tigers. Grace Treganza is able to get the ball away to Sienna Barham, who hasn't won a throw. So it will be the Northern Tigers with the throw in from Amelia Feeney. Flicked on by Beth Bernardi, put up into the air by Cartwright. Bernardi keeps the ball moving forward. Referee looked to play advantage before blowing the whistle. We'll see Amelia Feeney stand over the free kick. Ball headed forward by Saffron Grass, cleared away. Keach flicking it up into the air. Ball bounces kindly for Maddie Caspers, who Scorpion kicks it forward. Uni back in possession. Caspers not able to find a way through. So the Tigers look to move the ball forward. Charlotte Owen now gets it away to Chotraganza. Back to Owen. Chotraganza got a touch to it, but it'll gently roll out for a goal kick. Quite able to chase it down and seemed disinterested in doing so. Perhaps she realised she wasn't going to get there first. They wanted to save a little bit of energy. Sydney Uni still have 2 substitution windows up their sleeve. The Northern Tigers have all 3 available. They are yet to go to the bench. Maddie Caspers has snuck in behind. Being forced wide as she looks to leave that off for a teammate. Is able to do so. Crossed into the middle, cleared away by Tegan Douglas. Beth Bernardi moves it forward to Beth Gordon, who's in a 1-on-4 situation. She'll go to Liz Anton, who starts to make her way forward. Anton cuts back into towards the middle. Cartwright goes back to Anton. Liz Anton has got a couple of options. Goes out to Charlotte Mortlock, who has to try and find a way into the 18-yard box. Does so. Sarah Farrow trying to stop her going forward and does so successfully. Short pass away to Jenny Hill, who moves it forward to Isabella Rudd, who sends it down the line. It will be a Northern Tigers throw-in. Kim Garrity seemingly no interest in going to his bench at this stage. Perhaps trusts the 11 he selected to see this game out. And they have come back from a goal down twice already. There is no reason to suggest that they couldn't find a third. Sydney Uni will certainly be thinking the same thing. As Chotraganza finds a way to get the ball to Maddie Caspers. Short pass to Madison Van Dyke. Isabella Rudd flicks it on for Jenny Hill. Into the middle, looking for Maddie Caspers, who has to try and find a way around Douglas. Crosses the ball into the middle. Feeney flicks it up into the air, brought down by Isabella Rudd. She's got 3 Northern Tigers players directly in front of her. Loses possession of the ball. Cartwright puts it out onto the far side. Uni win the ball back. Flag goes up for offside against Isabella Rudd. And the ball would have fallen perfectly to Sienna Barham if they didn't just straight offside. It's the fourth time they've been flagged this afternoon. So having a little bit of trouble staying onside. Another home side here, Sydney Uni. Ball sent forward. Charlotte Owen getting in the way. Anton Gordon flicks it on for the ball being cut out by Madison Van Dyke. A little bit of a scuffle there. Maddie Caspers wants a foul. The referee says no. Cartwright, her pass is deflected off the head of Talia Sandbrook, who I'm going to say didn't know anything about that. Northern Tigers keeping possession of the ball. No one into space. I don't know who or what Saffron Grass saw, but it certainly wasn't a white jersey. And now the Northern Tigers looking to go to the bench. They're going to make a substitution. It is going to be Emily Visser coming on in jersey number 24. And who is leaving the field? They are leaving on the far side.
Substitutions for Tigers coming to field number 10, Charlotte Orlock.
It is
replacing
the New Zealand under-20 international Charlotte Mortlock making her way off the field here in the 81st minute, being replaced by Emily Visser. Both sides have 4 substitutions and 2 windows up their sleeve in which to utilise them, although given that we have made it to the 82nd minute with just 1 apiece, that suggests there will be a number of players not seeing first grade game time here this afternoon. Here's Bernardi. Her pass backwards, almost turned over. Greta Krasula is able to get the ball backwards to Feeney, who has to try and chase that one down. There's going to be a Northern Tigers throw, though, so have to be careful with Sienna Barham looking to close in. And the Northern Tigers getting the throw in there, just in front of the Sydney Uni bench. So the temperature has dropped a little bit from kickoff here as the sun has set. Jenny Hill, Caspers, goes to Rard. Sienna Barham looking for a way into the middle, finds it. Here's Jenny Hill. Caspers not able to control the ball that fell at her feet. Uni do have a throw. Charlotte Owen throws it in and run onto by Isabella Rard. Beth Bernardi just letting the ball come straight to her before she moved it on. Talia Sandbrook, Madison Van Dyke now. Beth Bernardi putting in a tackle. Referee says all's fair on that tackle. Caspers spins, turns with the ball. Ball blocked by Feeney. Visser not able to get there before Grace Treganza moves it forward. Sarah Farrow cross into the middle, blocked out for a corner. And Sydney Uni will head over to the far side to take this corner. And perhaps an opportunity to find a third go-ahead goal here this afternoon from this set piece. Corner whipped in, curling away from the box. Sarah Farrow, heads it down, or was that Charlotte Owen? That was Charlotte Owen. It's gone out for a goal kick. A couple of protests there from the Uni players. Referee having absolutely none of it. Owen Intercepts the pass. Chotraganza moves it forward into the middle. Isabella Rard, short to Caspers. Bernardi. And then Greta Krasula gets the ball away to Liv Cartwright. Short pass backwards to Isabella Cage, who goes forward, looking for Visser. Cage will come back onto the ball. Cartwright now is able to get it away to Emily Visser. Through for Beth Gordon, who's got Juliet Harris to contend with. Numbers moving forward, backwards, cross, blocked, appeals for handball. Waved away. Sarah Farrow putting the ball out for a throw-in. Throw comes in for Beth Bernardi, who heads it forward, then kicks it forward, and it will go out for a goal kick. Neither coach seemingly interested in going to the bench at the moment. So we've only had the one substitute apiece here thus far, as one of the Northern Tigers players immediately hits the deck. That's the third Falcon we've had this afternoon. Player straight down onto her back. Trainer waved on by the referee, trainer making way across. And player now back to her feet, being checked out by the trainer. Can't see who it is from this distance. I'm guessing it's either Emily Visser or Olivia Cartwright. And that's going to be a substitution. So the Northern Tigers going to be forced to go to their bench, as it is Olivia Cartwright who will have to come off, who celebrated the 21st birthday yesterday, and I don't think that's quite the birthday present she had in mind. So Olivia Cartwright coming off here in the 88th minute is number 7, Bo Burton, who got absolutely cooked by her teammates on social media this week. Did Bo Burton. The Northern Tigers socials putting out a fun little post of what would you give, what non-footballing thing would you give a red card for? 4 of her teammates saying Bo Burton for wearing socks with thongs. With just a couple of minutes plus stoppage time to play. I will say, if Bo Burton is able to find the winner here this afternoon for the Northern Tigers, she can wear whatever she wants. As that ball has gone out onto the far side, and for a Sydney Uni throw-in, and Sarah Farrow just going to chase the ball, get it back into play, headed forward. Beth Gordon brings it down. Yeah, Bo Burton offside. She knew it. Tried to avoid touching the ball, but it went straight to her. And Uni players just being told to take the ball back to where the offside offence occurred. Ball kept in by Sienna Barron, but Amelia Feeney immediately able to run onto it. Ball goes out for a Sydney Uni throw. Maddie Caspers lobs it over the head of Amelia Feeney, crossed into the middle. Isabella Rard not able to get the shot away. Will eventually fall to Jenny Hill, who was able to get the shot away. Annalie Grove picks it up, clears it away. Ball headed high up in the air by Charlotte Owen. Liz Anton does the same. Now Harris. Maddie Caspers plays it off her back. Feeney high up into the air with the clearing ball. Anton heads it down for Bo Burton. who leaves it off for Liz Anton, who keeps it in, but there was no one there to make the run to get the ball back. Feeney sends it forward to Beth Gordon. Liz Anton not able to get the pass away to Bo Burton. Is Isabella Rard momentarily. Greta Krashula now in for Bo Burton. Beth Gordon trying to get around Charlotte Owen. Does get around Charlotte Owen. Does Beth Gordon. She's looking for options. Goes backwards to Liz Anton, who puts it into the middle. Ball not cleared. Emily Visser flicks it up into the air. Visser gets it behind Sarah Farrow. Bo Burton brings it down. Diving save by Scarlett Gray. The Northern Tigers were so close to a winner there as we're into stoppage time here in the second half. Shadeen Evans is warming up and looks to be warming up quite intensely, so perhaps one more substitution still to play out for the Northern Tigers. As Maddie Caspers tries to find her way into the box. Ball cleared away. Beth Gordon flicks it up for Beth Bernardi, who moves it on to Bo Burton. Has to try and get around Talia Sandbrook. Short pass. Little bit of miscommunication there, but the Northern Tigers get away with a throw-in. Northern Tigers cross into the middle. It's run onto by Beth Bernardi. Scarlett Gray diving save. Ball still alive. Cleared away by Sandbrook. Scarlett Gray has won a foul and has immediately gone onto her back and was going to be checked out by the referee. It took a second for the referee to blow the whistle before awarding the foul to Scarlett Gray, and that will see a little bit more time added here in stoppage time. And back underway from the free kick. Scarlett Gray sends it long. Visser heads it forward. Had quite a little bit of power on that header as he wasn't able to find Bo Burton. Visser runs back onto it, gets it forward, has to get around Sandbrook, clears it out for a throw-in, does Sandbrook. Visser throws it to Burton, comes back to Visser. That ball, goal kick. It's gone out off Visser, and without knowing what the score is in the Western Sydney Wanderers and Manly game, perhaps the season and a chance at finals dwindling away from the Northern Tigers. That's a gift for them, though. Liz Anton throws the ball in. It goes into the box for Bo Burton, who leaves it off. Shot comes in from Visser, who skies it over the fence, and that is full time. Neither side able to be separated here this afternoon. Jenny Hill with the opener in the 15th minute before Beth Gordon equalised in the 22nd. Poppy Tay then gave Sydney Uni a 2-1 lead in the 32nd minute before Beth Gordon levelled it in the 65th minute. No yellow cards to speak of, just the 3 substitutions. Charlotte Owen coming on in the 75th minute for Poppy Tay. Emily Visser coming on in the 81st minute for Charlotte Mortlock, and then Bo Burton coming on in the 88th minute for Olivia Cartwright. My name is Paletti. Thank you so much for joining us here for NPL Women's New South Wales action, round 21 from Sydney University. Your final score is Sydney University 2, Northern Tigers 2. Good night.